if I told you that Britain's biggest problem isn't actually its politicians? Now, before anyone heads to the comments and starts, I do want you to go to the comments, but bear with me. I'm not saying leadership doesn't matter. It does. But I think we're missing something bigger. Over the last few years, we've debated prime ministers, Brexit, elections, inflation, the cost of living, and economic growth. And these conversations do matter, but what if one of the biggest long-term solutions has been sitting in classrooms, colleges, and workplaces all along? This is what this channel is really about. Welcome. Recently, I watched a video by the economics professor Richard Murphy, and it really made me think. His argument was that Britain's problems ran much deeper than whoever happens to be in number 10. We can agree on that. Watching it made me realize something though. This channel has never really been just about careers or GCSEs or qualifications. They're important, but they're not the point. The point is capability, and today I want to explain exactly what I mean. Let's look at where Britain finds itself. Economic growth is slow. Productivity has barely improved for years. Businesses have been cautious about reinvesting. Many families are still feeling the squeeze by the cost of living, here. And young people are finding it harder to get started in work. And governments, regardless of political party, are working within tight financial constraints. Now, I'm not making this video to blame any government. Politics matters, policy matters, investment matters, but none of these things on their own create a capable workforce. That's where education comes in, and I step forward. This is where we need to change the conversation. What if we started asking, how do we build capability from within the classroom? Because here's something I've learned over the years of being in education and in part being in industry. People don't change their lives simply because they completed a course. Organizations don't become more productive because employees collect certificates. Economies don't grow because people pass exams. They grow when people can apply what they've learned. That's the difference between information and capability. And capability is about being able to solve problems, think critically, communicate ideas, adapt when technology changes, creating value. That's what employees need. That's what businesses need, and that's what economies need. This is exactly why I started the Learning Strategist. This channel isn't just about choosing careers. Actually, it's much bigger than that. And I want young people and adults to see that every subject they're studying is potentially helping them build capabilities. For example, studying business studies is not just about studying business, marketing, etc. It develops decision-making, analysis, commercial awareness, communication. Science develops investigation skills. History develops evaluation skills. English develops persuasion. Mathematics develops logical thinking. The subject matters, but the capability matters even more. And once you understand that, education stops feeling like something you have to survive, and it becomes something you can use. I'm not suggesting education alone can solve Britain's economic problems. It can't. Good policy matters, investment matters, strong institutions matter, leadership matters. But education is one of the few tools available to almost every one of us. It's one of the ways we build resilience. We use it to create opportunities. It's one of the ways we adapt when industries change. And one of the ways we contribute to our communities and economies, whether that's through employment, through entrepreneurship or through entrepreneurship, which is improving the organizations we already work in through our skills and capabilities. That's why I believe learning has its purpose, particularly in 2026 going forward. So when you hear people talking about economic growth, don't just think about government, think about capability, think about skills, because qualifications may open doors, but capability creates value. That's what Learning Strategist is about, helping people join the dots between learning, careers, and the real world. It's a conversation that we need to have, and if you want to be part of it, I'd love to hear from you. Put your thoughts in the comments. Drop it in the comments. Question: what capability do you think schools should be helping us develop more? Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.